Hello my friends, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to create 4 different cards with the Sweet Days of Autumn collection. If you would like the cutting guide for the projects we're creating this month, all you need to do is place an order on my website. There's a link below. You can order anything you'd like and I will send you this PDF file with the cutting directions and also photos of each project that we're creating. If you missed out on our layout, you can check that out. That was last week, and then next week we're going to be doing another layout, but today we're going to focus on cards. So what you will need is this Layering Leaves stamp set. It is just a stamp set. There's no dies that coordinate with it, but we're going to be using those on the cards today. We will be using the sticker sheet from that collection, and let me put that off to the side. The inks, let's see, there we go. The inks we're using today are Gray Granite, Pumpkin Pie, Mossy Meadow, and Early Espresso. So we're going to be doing a lot of fun inking techniques, and grab some blending brushes because we're going to be using those, and some of the glass dots. And we've been using these all month, so hopefully you have them in your stash. If not, just grab something you have, and that will totally work too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the first card. So the pieces that you will need is pretty simple. Let me grab, let's see, make sure we got them all. My little pile of goodies over here. Okay, so you will need a card base. I just used the pecan pie because that's what I had in my the cardstock pack that we were using. We had a little bit of extra pecan pie, so I just cut it out of that. You'll need a piece of this green pattern, the brown or the Early Espresso brown pattern, white piece of cardstock, another white, and then another little piece of green. Like I said, all of the cutting directions are in that cutting guide if you would like it. But let's go ahead and do some stamping. So what we're going to do is start with a little bit of random stamping. Let me grab a block. We're going to use this leaf one right here. This kind of has the leaves. Let me show you on the front. This one right here that has the little lines through the leaves. And we're going to do a little bit of random stamping. So let me grab, let's see, a sheet of paper that I can protect my mat with. Hold on. There we go. Don't want to get that ink on my mat. So then we're going to use Early Espresso, and we're going to just kind of randomly stamp some leaves on this white piece of cardstock. With the Stampin Up ink pads, you just kind of have to dab a little bit. It's a little bit different than the Stampin Up ones where you really had to kind of push to get some of that ink going. Let's do that one. So I'm just gently dabbing and go that way. And then let's do another one down here. And we need some over here. So let's do, and maybe like that. Okay, so we have those, and I need to shut this or I'm gonna put my fingers in it. All right, now we can add some dots with the Granite Gray. So this stamp set has these fun little cluster of dots. Definitely super fun. When I was creating this, I just did the leaves, and then I went back and I'm like, it needs just a little something more. So I went back with these dots just in the light Granite Gray, and I'm going to embarrass myself because I can't open this. Let me know in the comments if you have issues with the stamp pads too. Okay, we got it. There we go. But they're really nice, juicy ink pads, so I am pleasantly surprised. just gonna add some dots in between some of these just to add a little bit more interest to this background. I'll do one right there. Okay. And again, I'm going to close this because I am horrible at getting ink everywhere. All right, so now we're going to add a little bit of blending. So I have my pumpkin. I actually put a label on here, but they are, I was running out of ink in my labeler, so I'm guessing that's pumpkin pie. I usually just would grab a color that looked similar, but I'm like, you know what? I really should just have one for each color. So I did get these on Amazon. Stampin Up has a version as well, so you can get them either place. And I'll put a link to both in the description in the video. Okay, so I'm going to lightly tap because this is juicy. So I'm going to kind of just play with it a little bit, see where the colors come. So I don't want it like, so I'm going to dab it off, and then I'm going to come in and color that in. So you see where the hard color is, and then lightly go over that leaf. Yeah, I'm not explaining very well, am I? So dab it off just gently, and then gently go over your leaves. I'm going to do a couple over here. I'm going to do this one. Isn't that fun? So you don't have to color in all of your leaves, but you get that fun fall color. I'm going to do this one down here. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do in the pumpkin pie. Now we have Mossy Meadow. Excuse me. And let me grab my Mossy Meadow. See, this says Mossy, barely. So again, I'm just gonna lightly dab, kind of tap it off. Let me try it a little bit. Okay. You can mess around, decide what strength you want that to be. The best thing is if you want it darker, you can go back over it, but you can't take the ink away. So kind of go in with a light hand first, and then you can darken it if you need to. I'm gonna do this one. It's so cute. It's so easy to add color to all of these leaves and make a fun background for your card. It's definitely a unique background. All right, so I think we are done with that. So let's stamp the sentiment while we have our inks out. The sentiment I chose is the thank you so much. I'm always needing a thank you card. So let me grab that one off my, there we go. Grab a block, and hopefully this block will fit it. Yep, this nice little long guy. I'm gonna bring that white strip in and use Early Espresso again. I love Early Espresso. It's a nice dark brown. I use it for a lot of different projects. If I'm not wanting that harsh black, I go for the Early Espresso. Okay. Let me try, well, that looks good. Okay. Now I did add a little bit of Mossy Meadow on this piece as well, just to make that sentiment pop. See, again, I just gonna embarrass myself not being able to use the ink pads. Okay, so we're going to just lightly go over the thank you so much. Just add a little color to that. And then I'm actually going to take this and edge. Now with close to my heart, you would just rub it on the ink pad, right? Well, I have found that these ink pads are a little too juicy for that, and ink kind of goes everywhere. So I'm just going to use this little blending brush to add a little bit of ink around that. Okay. So now we can assemble the card. I'll move this. All right, so bring back our pecan pie. This is just, let's see, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored down the middle. All right, so we're going to start with the green. And attach that to the base. Then we're going to use this early espresso kind of checker, or I guess it's grid pattern. We can use now add our white piece, and now we're going to add this little green piece across the bottom, and then this sentiment right there. Okay, so that's cute like that, but let's add some bling, shall we? All right, so these are the faux glass dots. We've been using them on all of our projects, and I'm going to take some of these green ones. I'm kind of running low on the greens, and add a couple on this card. So you could add them or leave them off. It's totally up to you. So that is card number 1. Okay, so card number 2, are you ready? This one's gonna be fun. I kind of went a little crazy when I designed this one. I'm not gonna lie. I just started blending and came up with this fun idea. So we have Old Olive as our base, and then you'll have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 of white. You'll also want some like post-it notes or some masking tape, and then I just cut this 1.5 by 1.5. That's what the size of our little windows are going to be, so that's going to help me kind of map this out. So we are going to add some masking tape, and I need to, so here's what we're doing, this one right here. So I'm just going to measure, this needs to go down 1 1/4. We got to get our measuring tool out. About right there. Or I guess it's like a 1/2 inch. Okay, let's do this. This will be easier. We're just going to measure a 1/2 inch down and go across like that. That will be easier. And then do the same on the bottom. So 1/2 inch, oops. Actually, I need it to go the other way. Hold on. See, like I told you, I kind of just went nuts and created this, and I'm like, oh, now I got to teach everybody else how to do it. Okay, so we're going to, there we go. We need to mask off. No, I was right. I think I was right. Let's just go down 1 1/4. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4 1/4. So right there. So it's a 1/4 up. There we go. Okay, so that should leave us about 1.5 inches. Okay, and then we are going to map off about a 1/4 of an inch on the other side. So we're just gonna make a little rectangle here in the center. And a 1/4 is right there. And do this side. Okay, so now we have everything masked off. Now we can stamp our, trying to decide, should we stamp first or should we blend first? What do we think? I'm just going to put a tad piece of adhesive on the center of this one. Make sure it's removable. And let's do the blending first. Okay, so grab your Mossy Meadow. And your Mossy Meadow, I'm going to bring that scratch back in. And we're going to just blend some ink right on that. I probably could have just put a piece of the masking tape right in the center too. I don't usually do projects like this. If you've been around for a while, you know I like easy peasy, and this is a little bit more complicated, but I hope you guys like it. Okay, so we're just going to lightly blend. Okay, now let's do the other side, which is the pecan pie. Oops, I didn't blot it off. Do you see how that kind of made a dark spot in there? It's going to be okay. Just lightly push that down. Okay, so now we have our center, and I'm just going to use that right there, and then a little piece of this right here. Okay, our last color is the Bright Granite. And this is an old close to my heart one. So I know quite a few of you probably have these in your stash. Okay, there we go. Lightly add some color. Oops. Got to remember the blot it off part. And lightly go over that. Oops. I don't want that to move. Okay. So we're going to bring this up, and now we're going to do the stamping of the leaf. So we have our early espresso. I say oops a lot, huh? I'm sorry. I just realized that. I'm like, I think I say oops a lot. So we're going to use this leaf right here. And grab that. And a block. And we're just going to randomly add some leaves on to this little middle section. Can flip them around. Do as many or as however you want that to look. I'll flip this one to go that way, and then I need one more about right here, I think. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, now the big, oh, we still need the early espresso, so hold on to that one. The big reveal. Da, 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 da. That's so cool. It wasn't very hard, it was just a little time consuming. But that looks so cool. So let's add our sentiment, and this one we're going to use hello. Oh, it's right here at the top. I feel like you can always use hello, right? Look at all the ink I have on my fingers. Okay, we're going to lightly ink this up, and then just stamp that right below in that white space. Okay, so now we are done with our ink. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this to our card base. And leave a little bit of that green showing around the edges. And then we're going to add a little bit of the accents with the stickers. So we have this brown sticker right here. And we're not going to use all of it. So I'm going to fold this over so I can kind of guide how far down the sticker goes. So I'm going to just kind of add it right there. And we'll snip off the extra. And you can put that back on the sticker sheet so you can use it in a different project if you'd like. And then we have one more. We're actually going to use a little bit of this sticker right here. I'm just going to cut a piece off, maybe 1.5 inch off of that. And I'm going to dovetail it. So I'm going to snip it up the center and go from corner to corner to create a dovetail. So you can look at the stickers on the sticker sheet and use them for different things. You don't have to use the whole sticker, or you can dovetail one that is a straight edge and get a whole different look. So take a peek at your sticker sheet and kind of look at some of them a little differently and see what you can come up with. All right. Okay, and then we just need one little green dot next to the hello, like a period. Okay, and there we go. There is card number 2. So it was super fun, the masking, all the goodness. Like I said, I don't normally do complicated cards like that, or maybe it's not complicated or just complicated for me. So let's move on to an easier one. Let me grab my pieces. This one, there's no stamping, just a sticker. So let's grab, you have a pecan pie piece. Again, I just use this as the base because I had extra in my cardstock pack. And then the trees, we haven't used them yet, so I wanted to get those in. And a couple of strips of the green, and then this fun Cajun craze. So this one will go together really quickly. I'm just going to add this pattern to the center of the card, leaving a little bit of that pecan poking through. And then these I'm just going to set in the center. So you can see it almost looks like all of them are stripes, but I made it easier on myself and I only did the 3 stripes in the center. So that is a easier way for me to get that same striped look and have everything line up really well. So let's go ahead and add these. And our last one. Okay, so now it looks like we have strips all the way across, when really it's just the 3 in the middle. Okay, so the sticker we're using is the one that says, "In all things give thanks." This one right here. I thought it was so cute. The little trees on there. Let's put some dimensionals. I need to clean off my desk. Is anyone like that? I have all kinds of things and I just need to take a minute and clear off and organize some of these tools a little bit better. I've just been crafting away because it's 'tis the season, right? After these cards, I'm moving on to my Christmas cards, and so definitely need to clean up a little bit. Do you guys, I craft better in a clean space. Do you guys do that too? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we're going to add this right in the center and add some dots. Easy, easy. So this is more my style. So we're gonna add these kind of a reddish hue. Come on. Come on, little guy. There we go. And just add a couple little dots around this sticker. All right. There you go. That is card number 3. Okay, so our last one, we are going to do some more stamping and a little fussy cutting. So I apologize in advance. But they're too cute. The leaves are so cute not to cut them out. So I'm using Old Olive as my base again. And we have a Cajun Craze piece and some of the tree pattern. We haven't used this yet on the cards. We've used it on our other projects. This green, you will have a larger piece to do our leaf stamping, and here's our sentiment piece, and then the Cajun Craze will go under the sentiment. So let's stamp our sentiment first. How about that? We'll start with the easy. We're going to use Early Espresso again, and the sentiment I chose was Sending Hugs. You could choose something different if you like. And grab a block. I have quite the collection of blocks from all the things. And I'm getting more from Stampin' Up! Because they send them in those card kits and paper pumpkins. So these thinner ones are actually really nice to have, especially for traveling. See, they're nice and thin. So Sending Hugs. And then I'm actually going to... Oh, that was gray. Oops. And that was Espresso. Okay. Go around this with the Espresso ink, just adding a little bit of an edge. There we go. Okay, so we can put the Espresso away. We now need our Mossy Meadow. And we're going to stamp this leaf right here. That's more solid. Then we don't have to do any inking or any other inking for these. Okay, so we're going to stamp 2 of them. And then we're going to cut them out. I know, I'm so sorry. There was someone that mentioned in an earlier video or a post, I can't remember, that there might be a die cut that matches these leaves, and I need to go and research that, and I haven't had a second to do that, so I apologize, but these cut out pretty easy. I'm just using Stampin' Up's paper snips. I also have close to my heart's micro tip scissors. My kids keep stealing them, so I have to hide these, my new Stampin' Up ones, because they grab them off my desk and use them for all the random things that they use scissors for. I am surprised not one of them has like poked themselves with them yet, because they're so sharp. It kind of scares me, but I think I have like 4 pair, because they walk away and then I buy another pair and then it walks back. I don't know why. It's probably because it's easy access, because I just have them sitting on my desk because I'm always using them. But I need to like put something on, like a piece of tape, like don't touch Mom's scissors. My mom had, I think I've mentioned it before, but she had some sewing scissors, and they had a piece of black tape on the handle, and we knew you are not allowed to use those for anything but sewing. I'm pretty sure we snuck and did anyway. But she tried to stop us. So now I understand. Now that I'm a mom, I totally understand having your own nice pair of scissors. I get it. I get it, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay, we probably have a lot of sewers as well. I know paper crafters and quilters and sewers kind of go hand in hand, right? If you are also a seamstress. Is that what they're called, or quilter? Put it in the comments and let's see how many we have. All right. I'm not the best at cutting under pressure. They'll turn out just fine. Oh, I did forget to mention in the very beginning, we do need our linen thread. I have mine sitting on my desk, so I totally forgot about it. But we are going to tie a little bow. So grab it if you don't have it, or you can add it later. All right. Ta-da. These leaves are so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and assemble our last card. We're gonna add our Cajun Craze. Let me open my adhesive. Look, I still have a Close to My Heart adhesive. I am not out quite yet. I know Stampin Up had them for a little bit and then they sold out, unfortunately, but I need to move on to something different, but not yet. I'm gonna hold on to that one to the very end. Okay, so we're putting our tree pattern on, leaving a little bit of an edge. We're gonna do the same with the green. Leaving a little bit of an edge, and then right up to the trees. And then our sentiment piece will go right here, kind of in between. And then we need our dimensionals or 3D foam, whichever you have. And add that to our sentiment. All right, and then we have our leaves that we're going to just tuck in right under there. And I'm going to use some liquid glue. See, I have like Post-its and all kinds of things all over the place. All right. I have been creating for the Card Maker Success Summit. Do you guys know what that is? I did it earlier. Let's see, when was that? In March, I believe. And they asked me to do it again. So I've been creating for them. So everything is just so messy. So watch for more information on that. It's super cute. I'm excited to share that one with you guys too. All right. I'm gonna just, oh, I might just have to cut this one. I didn't leave myself enough room under there to peek that under. There we go. Cute little leaves peeking out. And then we have some linen thread and we're going to do a double bow. So just take your piece of linen thread and double it over like that. And now we're going to tie a bow, go around my thumb, peek through. Oh, I think I need to do this longer. Hold on. Oh. Now I'm making a double knot. Hold on. Okay. Let's try this again. So double it over and do a loop. Go around the loop and then tuck in by your thumb. There we go. So now you'll have these fun little tails and then you'll just snip that extra loop and you'll have your other set of tails. Okay, so we can add this to our card with a glue dot. All right, right there. Cute, cute. And I added a little sticker. Let's see if I can find it on here. Oh, it's right here. I thought these little heart stickers were so cute and definitely need a little heart when you're sending hugs, right? Just gonna add that right there. Okay, so that is our last card we're creating today. Let's bring them all in so you can take a peek. All right, let me know which card is your favorite? I'd love to hear. Put it in the comments which one is your favorite. Again, if you would like the cutting directions for these cards, all you need to do is place an order on my website in November, and I will send you the cutting guide, and it also has pictures of all the different projects we're creating all month long. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And join us again next week where we're going to create our second layout. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.